Okay, so this is a weird one because I don't know if I'm gonna finish the trial today. I'm gonna start it, but I don't think I have time to actually finish it because it's 10:30 at night, 22:30. But like, I don't have anything else to stream right now because I just finished Kirby. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna figure out who murdered Sayaka. Sakuya. They're both dead. Who cares? Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! The face... a locked room murder mystery! Who did this translation?
What?
I just recently discovered the power of emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed!
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed!
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Stop.
I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. Any ideas who might have done it? I have no idea. I'm completely lost on this one. That person is here? That person is one of us? I'm almost kind of thinking Sakura might have not been murdered by anyone directly.
Don't look at me.
I don't know, it's very confusing to me. I said it before and I'll say it again, it wasn't me. The culprit is one of us, make no mistake about that. I have no idea if I murdered, if I muted myself in time. I didn't murder anyone, what are you talking about?
What the heck?
Because I didn't do it! How many times do I have to tell you?
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat? This might be fucked up. I'm almost, like, convinced that she did it, but I'm not certain.
Hey.
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. There's nobody left. Come on. It's time to put an end to this. I did it. Me. I killed her. And I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I got through this, it never gets any easier. Hiccup. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Like, none of these characters... This might sound strange, because one of them is literally a serial killer. None of the characters strike me as someone who wants to, like, murder, if that makes any sense. The elevator lowered, uttering its all-too-familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower. And suddenly, as always... the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? There's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or... will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. You know what? This is good because I'm coughing a lot tonight, but the trial I don't get to talk too much, so that's good. Thumbs up, emoticon, emoji, and so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. I forgot that there was a save point before the trial actually begins. I guess I could have done that last time I streamed this, but whatever. Before I even begin, what do we have? Like, this whole thing is confusing to me. Sakura jerry-rigged a gun onto the chair that blocked the door. When Makoto opened the door, she accidentally died. I killed her. Me. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor. A strong blow to the victim's head. That's right, 2 of the bottles are missing, right? She was definitely poisoned. Why was she struck on the head, though? She was given candy, a figure on the floor, Monokuma bottles. There was an empty protein drink with glass on the floor. Somebody was in the locker at one point, but I don't know when. That's right, they all received a note. And Hiro was specifically very suspicious. This weighs more because there's a second glass bottle, I think. One of the Chem C9s was inside of the shelf. Like, I'm thinking maybe Sakura took the Chem C9, dumped it in her protein shake, and drank it and died? That's all I got. This very not, like... I think Sakura killed Sakura. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she felt shame. I don't got nothing. I don't understand why there's broken glass underneath the bottle, though.
Basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one...
Yeah, like, maybe Hina? I don't know. Hina's the one I'm pointing directly at the moment, because I don't have any other leads.
Then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Wow, you narrowed it down to half of our choices. Aoi, good job.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Hina seems really sure that it's one of those 3 that's the killer. She must have some reason for believing that. Oh, we're starting now? Okay.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
There's gotta be some reason why Hina feels so strongly.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
I think it's Byakuya's account.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her.
No. Damn it. Okay. What's wrong? Did I say something weird?
Shoot.
Shoot! Alright, it wasn't that.
It was one of you.
Because Byakuya's account was that there was motive to kill her because she was working with the headmaster.
And what
You know.
reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive.
Let me see. Oh, his account. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room. She had slid these notes underneath each person's door. Oh, you know what? This was about the note specifically. That's why it didn't work. Claimed that he never went to see her, and in fact had not seen her all day. Claimed that she never went to see her. Okay, it's probably Aoi's account then.
You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make
I don't know
any
who the
sense.
killer is, so I don't know who to truth bullet
That's the only reason
specifically.
you have her accusing us?
You think it's him?
That's low. That's
Missed.
about as low as you can get.
I think it's that. Yeah, don't blame Jack, their best girl.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
He was Hero.
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
No, it's not. Oh, is it him? Now, I know truth bulleting someone doesn't necessarily mean that they're the killer, but
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all three of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Oh, we're still going? Oh, more? Pocket trash. Status of Sakura's body.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
What choices do I have?
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
That's true.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Come on.
I think it's
There's no way
Heroes.
None of you went. At least one of you is lying.
I still don't think Hero killed her. Those three were definitely contacted, but they claim they never went to see Sakura. I don't think that's true. One of them is definitely lying.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with, there's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't
Pitched up
either.
Byakuya is really funny. Yeah, it's him. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
He's the most suspicious one here, but something about it doesn't seem right. Weedman is
Hero.
sussy.
When we were talking before, you dropped
Wait,
a
hold
small
on.
piece of paper, remember?
This is the same bag of Takis I've had for the past, like, 2 weeks, by the way. They don't really go bad, though, so... I agree.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's,
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hero, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
If he has a split personality, what's the trigger? Is it when he smonks it up? But what Hiro said can't be right. Because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. The reason I know that is... when Sakura got the candy.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it. I mean, what I meant was,
He combs his hair down and becomes Weissman.
oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Oh?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
Now see, that's the biggest retort ever. No, you.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh?
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime,
Oh, I
she
forgot
had
about
written
that.
out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, when did you see that?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it.
Could you imagine if Kyoko did it? That'd be fucked.
I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
No, there's an obvious problem with what Hiro said before. Okay, at the very least, Hiro was, like, doing something with Sakura, like, planning something, I don't know what. Magazine's dying message, status of Sakura's body.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
There's something wrong with what Hiro said just now. What I said made total sense.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
I'm not shooting Kyoko, I think I'm shooting Hiro.
Her final words.
But
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
it doesn't. There's something wrong with what he
I
said.
can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No, it wasn't that.
Shoot!
I'm not sure what...
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Is it this one? The fucking thing was in the way, there were two of them.
I found the dying message.
It's a copy? Is it a
It
copy?
was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It's only his. I'm not sure how this one makes any sense. I'll try it.
Dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
It was that?
No, that's wrong.
I have no idea what
When
he's gonna
Sakura's
retort
body
with.
was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Oh, is that it? Like he just didn't go over and look at it?
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
I mean, yeah, I totally knew that would work.
And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
The what?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Vienna sausage.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt. Gherkin Adventures? I absolutely doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. Oh, God. The moment of... Already?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
How do you reload again? Is it tab?
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap.
I don't know the timing.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you.
I'm dying. I can't... I hate this rhythm game bullshit. Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Have we already reached the end of the debate? I can't do the rhythm game bullshit. I'm not just bad at rhythm games, I actually kind of don't like them, so... They're incredibly frustrating to me because they show me how inept I am at reaction time and understanding beats.
Really? I refuse to give up.
I refuse! Alright, try again. I don't know if it's... I think it's just me getting bad. I don't know. I don't know why we're doing this now.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30%.
Where's the beat?
Right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Conspiracy. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Show me the proof.
I don't understand how you do this, holy shit. It'd be good to use your boost bar to negate his reverse time? What do you mean? What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking... Is that a thing I can do? How do I do that? I didn't know I had access to a boost bar.
I refuse to give up yet.
God, I really don't like rhythm games. Star power thing? Is it spacebar?
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
Okay, that's a spacebar.
Right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you. Conspiracy. The end is nigh. Can't hear you, can't hear you.
Okay, yeah, just do the boost. The boost saved me.
This should prove it.
Fucking rhythm games. Spacebar? Yeah, it was spacebar. I've never used that before.
Completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Huh?
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
What? You're admitting to it?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I
hit her.
freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Toko, you have a serial killer inside.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead.
Hold on a second,
Roast
no.
me, boil me, do whatever you want.
No, there's more missing here. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be one of those multiple things happened in a row
You're
thing.
not gonna get off that easy.
With different characters every time.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? Why he picked Toko? No? It wouldn't be all that strange for Toko to kill someone at random, right? She's a perfect fall girl. Don't you think your suffering is over when you die? I want you to taste all the flavors of eternal pain. But that's not the point I was trying to make. Shoot! Okay, yeah, that was wrong. Why the magazine was hidden?
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden.
Fall Guys? Epic anti-cheat?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was you.
In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. I think it's Toko?
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, Tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the killer, and I have to prove that. I don't think Toko did it either, though. I think this is all one massive misunderstanding. Oh no.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
Hiro hit Sakura, that's for sure. But this doesn't end there.
I didn't want to, but
No.
I did it.
I think it's the status of Sakura's body.
From the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Not this one.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious?
Maybe it's not this one.
Hiro really is the killer!
Maybe it's Kyoko's examination summary.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma
Because
bottle from the shelf
does she
nearby.
bring up... Hold on. Sakura had suffered 2 blows to... Yeah, it's this one.
And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Yeah, that was right.
No, that's wrong.
I forgot that that was specifically relating to the fact that she was hit twice.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Maybe Toko came in and she was like, fuck it, and then she hit her with the bottle again.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it's starting to become clear. No, they're translucent, not transparent. That connection must be... Oh, it's the Hangman's game. Oh, no. Oh, what's the word? Oh, fuck, I don't know. I have a limited time. P? It's not P. S is not S. I'm bad at the Hangman's Gambit. Chess. Pieces. What do you spell peace? I? Ease. C? Chess piece.
Now I understand.
Chunky Wongy?
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight.
The knight.
Remember?
So, what's that matter?
The divine knight.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
I skipped that by
And on
accident.
the
Whoops.
ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean.
She agreed.
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
You're defending this really hard, Toko.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
The bottle that was missing. It was excited. It's broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. The evidence that proves that is, this.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's second attacker.
I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Yeah.
Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You couldn't have mentioned this earlier. You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
Toko was the one in the locker. Got it.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
So Toko was in the locker,
Don't know
but
what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
no, it's not ridiculous at all. There's definitely proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. A new element has been added. Right now? Really? You've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. From now on, you're gonna have to pay extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. De grace? A coup de grace. Coup de grace. I don't speak Italian. You select it the same way you do during non-stop debates. Simply press the Q key, nor use the mouse wheel. Q key, nor. Is there supposed to be an N there? Is that a typo? Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets. Oh, good. Multiple choice. For educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're just set to mean regardless. Just this once. By the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. What do you... halfway through the game as a whole, or halfway through the trial? What the fuck you talking... What? Well then, good luck and have fun. How... What do you mean? Oh no.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. That's enough. It's a lie. I admit nothing.
Just fucking mash it.
Curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse
Still trying to get combos.
It's a lie!
Alright, it works. Which one am I doing?
Enough!
Hiding in the rec room, don't be ridiculous. The locker.
This should prove it.
Everyone gets revived and you do it again.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
I feel like she would have done that sooner if Byakuya asked her to.
Then you killed Sakura! No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Just immediately.
Give us the details,
Oh, it's great.
Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Although, unfortunately, Toko killed her? I do not agree.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Yeah, those are kind of stale, actually.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Yeah, no, it is a gigantic misunderstanding, though, so...
So after he
Who
left,
killed her?
I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean... Oh.
Guess who's back?
That's convenient.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what
It's
was
so...
going on.
It's so weird that they just, like, switch voice actors like that.
But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
At least she's honest.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then,
Oh.
that's that. Let's start the vote.
She's ready. I'm holding on, like, I got a benchy in my hands that I printed, a little boat. There's a layer peeling off of it. I still haven't fixed that problem. Why does it keep doing that? It's not printing them thick enough, no matter what I do to try to fix it. Anyway, I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is. Oh no. This boat turned out pretty okay otherwise, damn it. I gotta print another one now. Oh god, there's 5. Magazine's dying message, status of Sakura's body. I mean, there's the yellow powder.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
Fucking mouse keeps hitting my keyboard.
Got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the
Please
attack
never
take
say
place?
that. Again.
I woke up! I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No, she didn't kill her. The main problem here is the second attack from Toko really was the killing blow.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there.
I think it's the status of Sakura's body on Toko's.
Smashed her.
You got it!
And where did the attack?
Right when I woke up, I killed her there in front of the shelf!
No.
No, that's wrong. We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I was going for, like, the blood coming out of her mouth and, like, the vomit, but, you know, whatever.
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves that there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The bloodstain.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors!
I don't believe that, actually. Like, you...
There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
There are pictures of her victims, like, with scissors stabbed into concrete, like, walls.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
Oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko is hiding in the locker is because... I was in the locker. I saw
I
it.
got it!
She was in her room.
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at
Wasn't
that
she?
point,
Maybe not.
The locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
I forgot about that part.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much! You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
I'm thinking it's getting closer to the fact that nobody actually killed her.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... She was poisoned. Yellow powder. I'm going with yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
This? No. Don't clam up now. Shoot!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no...
What does this say? No other injuries were detected. Violent vomiting of blood, maybe? That's the wrong... Yeah, maybe that's the one I need to pick.
What killed Sakura? I can't think of
I'm gonna-
anything other than the shot to her head.
She was poisoned. Yep.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
I like that Kyoko felt the need to defend herself against Jack.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
That's a good reaction image.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
I don't like that. Shut up.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Yes, ma'am.
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Huh? You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. He be drinking? Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and...
Master!
We were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do was stand there and watch. But, as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. He just starts foaming at the mouth and dies.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Protein.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Trying to find the scene.
Let me teach you the secret to bodybuilding. First thing, protein. Second thing, protein. Third, fourth, and fifth, more protein.
Damn it, Chrome. Fuck off. There we go.
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched the finger to her tongue.
This is... it's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been. Could it be? It was in her drink. It is a Hangman's Gambit. Drink. Pete. I was gonna say protein shake, but... Tea? 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 E? E? E. 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 That's an N. Dumbass. Where's my eye? There we go.
Now I understand.
You know who else drinks protein?
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. The drink.
I got it!
Monokuma bottle.
You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
I do wish I could pick the shitpost answers more often, but it's bad, so...
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Please inform, because I have no fucking idea.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It was small footprints, right? Yeah, the footprints in the powder.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
The Yeezys are to blame. Does Toko wear Yeezys?
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Toko's got them bionicle shoes.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Oh, snap.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Yeah, I was joking earlier. Well, not really joking. It was more like an offhanded comment of, like, I have no idea who did it, so it must be Hina, lol.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Bro, what?
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
I guess Hina's got
The only people
them
here who
bionicle
wear
shoes.
Sneakers are...
Sneakers. The only people wearing sneakers here are Makoto and Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be Makoto, are they yours? No, I forgot about that. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction.
Did Hina feel betrayed, or is this another fake out?
Hina used that trust to kill her.
I feel like it's another fake out.
She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us.
No, this is too straightforward. Still, even, yeah. Too straightforward. It's a fake out.
I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
No, something seems weird.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
No, it didn't. Something doesn't seem right.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
I'm like slowly ripping this boat apart, like just piece by piece. I'm just like breaking it to see how strong it is. Not very strong. The little top of it kind of came off very easily. That's a problem.
well,
I'm only minorly distracted playing with the plastic toy.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
I don't know about that.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out.
I did not mean to skip that. Fuck, what did it say? And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison, then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
And then you start talking to Alex Kurtzman, and he starts talking about Section 32.
Yeah.
But if that's true, isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully
It's the same thing no matter how many times
I didn't mean
you
to skip
hear it.
that.
How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. Until I can uncover the truth behind this case. Oh god. Here we go. We still have no idea who killed her. Source of the powder.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where I switched the powders.
Doesn't make any
Once I
sense.
was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
That doesn't make any sense. If the powder had fallen when she was grabbing it from Section C, there would have been footprints moving from the right to the left. But there weren't. It was only in front of Section C. So...
Then I took the bottle with the poison in it, and
So she's
left the
lying.
lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate this?
Shut up. There's something strange here. What Hina just told us, it definitely contradicts with something I already know.
First, I went to Section. That's when I grabbed the. And you spilled some of the. Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C to Section A.
No?
Shoot!
Is she lying? She has to be lying.
First, I went to Section C.
Chem lab shelf?
That's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the. Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C, and that's where I switched the.
What do you mean? Why did it skip? I wasn't holding down the speed up button.
Once I was done switch, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A.
No, that's not right. I'm gonna die here.
Shoot!
Maybe it was the first one. I think I
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the powder. Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C to Section A.
This one?
And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in.
No, that's death. Alright, cool. Ugh! Like, I know I have the right idea. I need to figure out the right combination of things to say. Or to shoot. Literally shoot them. Give it another shot. Man, hard mode is hard. I have a headache. Is it the talkies? It's the thinking. I'm being forced to use my brain, which I hate. I think maybe it's footprints in the powder. Let's try that one.
First, I went to Section. That's when I grabbed the. And you spilled some of the. Yeah. Okay. I moved from Section C.
There it is. It was footprints in the powder. Once again, my brain omitted that for some reason.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah. What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
Why is she lying?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
She's lying. Why is she lying? Why the fuck you lie? I was just nervous. I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the?
Why are you so...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
He's like, I'm wrong?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
He's seeming mighty upset right now.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Actually, yeah, why did he have it?
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this.
A piece of glass. Wait, what?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
I'm lost right now. What's happening?
But what is it?
Wait, did he just eat glass? That's hilarious.
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
What? Why me? Okay. Me? Oh, that was voiced.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
A shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. The rec room window?
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
Why is it in the bottle?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us... Section A?
I got it! The bottle
I'm
of poison
confused
was left
right
on
now.
the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Why is Hina lying? Why is Byakuya... What is going on?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab.
Byakuya was the one that did it. He was in the chem lab when I got there.
Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Byakuya's fucking with us, isn't he? No. Yeah, because I think here's what happened. I think Sakura did drink the poison willingly. I think Sakura drank the poison willingly, and I think Byakuya covered it up.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
That's why the bottle was on top. That's why the protein powder case was on top of the glass, because he put it there after we broke it. Okay.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can.
I think Byakuya was the real victim here.
After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
Poor Byakuya getting shown up like this.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
I'm not gonna make that joke.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Oh god.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
Let me see everyone's thing
planted
first.
it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Why is he so upset?
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Something can prove that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was open. The glass, right?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
Let me try this against
So
Byakuya.
you're saying
Why is the time limit so low?
planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The fucking thing got in the way. I hate those spinning things. It's gotta be that one. That's the one that I gotta shoot.
When it comes to that
God,
protein
man.
can,
He can't be
There's not a
wrong. He
doubt in
has
my
to be
mind.
correct.
until the locked room was
That's not good.
unlocked,
I didn't mean to shoot that one.
it
Uh-oh.
absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
I haven't run out of time yet. That's...
someone planted it
That's gonna
there
be
after
bad.
we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, that was correct. I just had to get the fucking things out of the way.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
Sakura is actually the ultimate cosplayer. Killed Byakuya, who's dressed as Sakura, and right now Sakura is dressed as Byakuya and is testifying.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And then Patrick unzips himself, and it's actually a gorilla.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, It only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Let's not be, like, that surprised about this. Byakuya kinda has a history of meddling with the scene. I still don't know why she was lying.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
She literally said she's gonna end it.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What?
You're saying she
I didn't mean to skip that.
drank it knowing what it was?
What other possibility is there?
Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Did he just get humbled? Ooh.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Well, that's like somehow more satisfying than him dying.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
Man, I love being right.
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Is she lying to protect Sakura's honor or something? Is that what's going on? It's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. I have to get Hina to admit that. Is that what's going on? She knows. Oh, god damn it, not again.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Fuck.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
Okay, we're gonna do this now.
I'm telling you, I did it!
She's fucking, like, destroying me.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let
Like, she's almost dead.
already. You're a liar!
There we go, we got it.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Source of the powder? I don't know. It's not that one. Oh, no.
Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
I didn't mean to use this now.
You're a liar!
Whatever, she's done. It wasn't that one. Which one is it? Not the source of the powder.
Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
The footprints? It's the footprints, right? How? Wow. How do you get it wrong 2 times in a row? Holy shit.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! Just let it end already!
Oh, this is what happens when you don't get it right.
Proof Sakura took the poison?
The yellow powder. They all have to do with the powder. They all have to do with the powder. It's confusing. At least there's no new stuff on this one. You're lying. Stop lying.
Hina,
Glasses
Did
emoji.
you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
You know what? I totally forgot about that. Fuck.
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
I completely forgot about that. Wow.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
Because she was gonna poison herself.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
No! It was me! The poison! Because...
Shut up, Morgana.
Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura and the poison. The unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. You notice how it lets me pick the dead people? You notice? You notice how it lets me pick the dead people?
Here's my answer. The one who
Yeah, I killed her.
Sakura
It was me.
was Sakura herself.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
Man, I love being right.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right?
Man, I was fully expecting it to be Byakuya fucking with
I
us.
was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I think we should execute Hina for being useless in this case. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
Look, I know Hina is, like, dumb or whatever, but does she not realize that her actions could have gotten, like, literally everyone killed? Because I'm assuming that's, like, okay, I'm assuming what she did was she did this to try to, like, quote, protect Sakura's honor or whatever and make it seem like she didn't kill herself. But, I don't know, it's kind of dumb, isn't it? Because they would have all just died if they didn't figure it out. Ogre? Oh, she's dead, huh? Sakura's been killed, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Oh, right. I forgot about this part. Man, I just feel bad for this one, because, like, anyway, I gotta hurry. She looks at the note. She turns around. No, she doesn't look at the note. She leaves? She leaves. She leaves? That's her in the locker.
Candy, take it.
I kind of want to work backwards on this one. Does that make sense? We're gonna work backwards on this one. Okay, so. Oh man. I'm already at the end. Yeah. I thought this would take longer. Okay, maybe we don't work backwards. What goes here? What is this? I don't know what this is. We're skipping that for now. Okay, so she gives him the candy. What which one? The knight. Okay. He looks over and sees... What is that? Oh, you know what? Oh, no. I thought that was going to go there. No, it does not. First one is the easiest one. Well, this one, yeah. What goes here? I am remarkably bad at these. No, that's not right. Get that out. Is it literally just like the same thing under her door? I guess, yeah. I don't know what goes here. That's the last one? This one? Are you talking about over here? I'm not sure what you're referring to. You do that. That goes there. I don't know what goes here. The candy? No, that's already there, so... Oh, this. Right, yeah, okay, so he writes Toko's name in there and then puts it on the magazine. And then... That's right, Toko was already in the locker, I forgot. So she... Okay, this is where she hides in the locker. Not there. Is it that one? It's not that one. Maybe it's this one? So this is her hiding in the locker. What's here? Is that her getting out of the locker? Yeah. Then she looks at the magazine. No, she puts it back. Wait, what goes here? This is the same thing as this. It's not that, right? Is it? No, this is the magazine. That's the magazine upside down. She puts it back upside down. That's right. I was like, what is that? I couldn't tell what that was. Okay, so she turns around and then she fucking smashes the bottle on her head, which is... Where is... Yeah, this one. I like the art for Jack running away. Jill, I don't know what to call them. So she gets up and she just realizes that everybody hates her, I guess, and that she downs the poison. Because she had it the whole time. Nothing on this slide. Wait, I just realized it's right to left, not left to right. Yeah. It's, yeah, Japanese. Just like my anime mangas. Where... Fuck... Okay, so here... Here... Poison go there, and then... That's Aoi. She takes that out. I think this is right.
Exactly what happened.
I agree. I agree.
Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Fuck. Okay, it's not that one. What goes here? Oh, you know what? That might be... Wait, hold on a second. No, yeah, that's already there. Okay. Unagreed. Wait, what goes there, then? Oh, Byakuya, right. She gave it to Byakuya, too. I forgot.
Exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Look, he looks evil in, like, every depiction of himself. Like, every depiction of Byakuya in this art style makes him look evil as fuck, so I just assume he's doing evil as fuck things.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else, and looked around for a good hiding spot.
I had it backwards, I think. I didn't lay out my reasoning right, fuck. I just died, didn't I? Whoops. Nobody believes me. I gotta do the whole thing again now, don't I? Mm-hmm.
I refuse to give up yet.
I forgot my health was so low. Byakuya is the most evil one. I think he's just an asshole. He hasn't actually killed anyone. He is a huge asshole, though. I gotta do the whole fucking thing again. Okay, so... Byakuya go there. I thought I had it right. Maybe... That's her hiding in the locker and not the other way around, I guess? I don't know. This was the night breaking. And then him writing Toko in there. And then this is her getting out of the locker. I guess that makes sense because she's all afraid and shit. Whatever. Where's the magazine? Here it is. Love this picture. This one here. She fucking downs that shit. And then... I see the poison on the ground, and then she takes that out. There we go.
Exactly what happened. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Like, I feel like the difficulty comes from just understanding, like, how to read the little circles. The circles.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
See, it looks like she's coming out of the locker to me, but whatever.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura.
It looks like she's coming out because it's right to left, not left to right. Well, no, like, just looking at the picture on its own, the position she was in, it looked like she was pushing the locker open to me.
To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
And it's just making me feel even more bad for Sakura.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
What you mean? What? I didn't lay out the reasoning. What are you talking about? What the fuck would go there? Bruh.
Here's exactly what happened.
It's the same thing.
And that explains how Sakura... But even after those 2... So then... It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
What do you mean? Oh, she picked up the bottle. Okay, she put it away.
Killer is you! And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
This is the hardest one so far.
While nobody
Too many
was
similar
looking,
things.
Replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you, Hina. That's the full truth of the case.
I was like half correct on both guesses. Sakura did commit suicide, and Hina was responsible for the brunt of the case's problems.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Half satisfying, half unsatisfying. Very satisfying to see Byakuya get shown up like that. It's like a B, and I got B. B for bitch. B for bad. Also, I got exactly 100 medals.
Okay, I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
And the person we're voting for is already dead, so... There's not really much we can do about that, so... Now, if it had picked Hina, that would have been fucked up. But, like, she doesn't get a... Like, there's no execution, so...
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth? Huh? I see. There's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because... That's exactly what I wanted. What? The reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. Oh, you all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
Damn, you don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone here, even me, we all killed her. We have to pay for our crimes. Holy shit, I didn't know Morgana was so metal. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. Instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground, in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this.
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura?
I...
Because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. Even if they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
Don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Oh. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. Man, so everyone here is an asshole except for Byakuya? If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. That was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. By the laws of reverse psychology, Byakuya is best boy. I'm fine. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
You have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. Instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please.
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regret. But even that got found out, and in the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but
Hey!
it's taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. Do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you said is nothing but interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
What I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed. indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
What the fuck? This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then...
Huh?
You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, Monokuma. Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
I can't help if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Pum, pum.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, scene cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey, hey.
You know, fuck, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
Why is only that voiced? I don't know. It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not have seen the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that is how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
I fail to understand why, like, half of them are voiced unevenly. Fucking, it's a Cold Steel 4 moment.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I have decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting. To protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
Fuck. Sorry, I was playing with the clip that was on the talkies and it broke again. It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
I'm trying to take a drink and you fucking... The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try and stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. Yeah, that didn't happen. I mean, it did, actually, it didn't take that long. I'm sorry to have to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byaku Yotoko and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else.
Survive?
No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
In the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone go blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember. Fuck, I dropped the boat now. I'll get it later. We're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. It really is Cold Steel. Power of friendship.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy... whether or not there was a spy never really mattered. Because the one we need to destroy is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
The heck? This is not how it's supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having a fun time.
what the heck?
The fun time? Let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for, punishment time.
What?
But Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Oh. Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened isn't dead doesn't mean I can just... Doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
Yoo-hoo!
For my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What's happening? Oh. What the fuck, man? Man, I gotta watch Chihiro die twice? I hate this. No VTubers allowed. Man! You suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk! That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence. Grilled is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be. Still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I guess you couldn't. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop. He was my friend. Oh my god, it's 1 a.m. And you killed him. Is that what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew when you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop? I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Oh, my throat. I'm dying. I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help, at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Fuck. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Oh, my throat. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that,
uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
There's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay then, here we go.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on about the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
I don't want to ruin the surprise. So book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid, is to get back at all of you for your hardened resolve. Fine. But at least Sakura's note. Like I'd let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. Let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. When Monokuma wraps up here, it'd be a good bit to end off. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you? Oh, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some fuck time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long. Think hard. Those were his parting words for us before disappearing. But what was all that about? Sakura's final message. Her last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body? What, are we in a simulation? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? When did 999 come out? ...2009. Danganronpa came out a year after 999 did. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies or comics and stuff, so it may not be totally unheard of. I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone. Is this a good place to leave off, do you think? Or am I gonna go through like a fast travel in 3 minutes? Because fuck, it's 1 a.m. This is good? Okay. Yeah, this seems like a good place to leave off. I finished the trial, though, which is not what I was expecting. I was expecting to have to leave off in the middle of it. But yeah, it's fucking 7 to 1. So, thanks for stopping by. I will be seeing you later. I also didn't expect to play Danganronpa tonight. I thought Kirby would take longer, but it is what it is. Yeah. Misa goal, bye-bye now. There might be a couple of sussy scenes behind this. Well, you can bet your sweet bippy that I'm getting back to this soon. How come Sakura's never on the title screen? Anyway, yeah, I've been streaming for like 5 hours, so it's time to go. Thanks for stopping by. I said that like 4 times in a row now. I will be back later with more video game. Bye-bye. He's just a funny little guy, though, you know?